Hello everyone, welcome back to TeamAutoTrend channel. On our previous video, you may have already seen our quick walkthrough of all the new 14 commercial vehicles launched by Tata Motors at the 2023 Delhi Auto Expo. These new 14 commercial vehicles included CNG and LNG versions, along with a more futuristic hydrogen-powered ICE engine, also joined by the introduction of the hydrogen fuel cell technology on the Tata Prima truck and the Star bus. They have also showcased an EV version of the Tata Prima along with the CNG facelifted version of the Signa and the brand new Tata Azura. In this video, we are going to talk to some of the senior staff from Tata Motors commercial vehicles who can be considered as the pillars of this organization. But before we get into that, please make sure to subscribe to our channel as we provide detailed reviews of all variants of all cars along with such special content as well. It is your support that keeps us motivated, so please don't forget to like and share this video. Best of all, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter as well. This year, Tata Motors have literally taken the Auto Expo by storm, not only with their advanced range of cars and concepts, but also with the introduction of 14 brand new commercial vehicles. Let's get some clarification from the big brains of Tata Motors commercial vehicles.
Hello folks, right now we are in the Delhi Auto Expo 2023 and we have over here Mr. Rudradeep Moitra from Tata Motors. He is the ILMCV head of Tata Motors commercial vehicles. So very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you.
Great to be with you, sir.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you. So yes, you have unveiled a whole range of commercial vehicles including the Prima and this Ultra EV as well and the EV Magic and a whole lot of stuff. I am thoroughly impressed. Regarding EV, sir, I have some specific questions for you, sir.
Please.
Regarding EV vehicles, how actually beneficial are these EV commercial, especially these big size trucks including the Ultra Prima when compared to the diesel counterparts, sir?
So if you look at it, one of the simplest things is it doesn't cost you very much in terms of running the vehicle because you're paying for electricity. So the price per kilometer per ton actually drops. But more importantly, I think that when any kind of transitional change happens, there is always a point after which it peaks and then it becomes commoditized, it becomes commonplace for everyone. We have seen this in the past for many products. So whether it is power steering in a vehicle, something as simple as that, or power windows, these things were not automatics in cars. There was a huge resistance, some people went through with it, but now it's becoming more and more commonplace. You won't buy a vehicle without some of these features. But today the driving or the demand being driven in India for electric trucks is largely with let's say larger organizations who have a net zero map, who have a sustainability map, and they want to move towards a zero carbon footprint or a carbon neutrality position for their organizations, for which carbon emissions that come out of their logistics operations is a huge contributor, right? So when we spoke to most of these customers, and several of them, and the largest that you have in the country who are into last mile, penultimate mile distribution, we try to understand right from the smallest end to the largest end where we can actually play the role in terms of electrification. How can we help them reduce their carbon footprint? So yes, today it's a little bit more expensive than we would like it to be, but as we move and as the volumes grow and as the numbers grow, the cost will ultimately come down, as we have seen even happen in cars, for example. And we have some very good experience because of our buses going into electrification as well as cars. So in the ILCV range, if you look at it, our range starts from 3.5 ton GVW going up to 19 ton, right? Now at every tonnage point, what is consistent is that you get a cubic capacity and you get a length in terms of the vehicle, and it has a tonnage ability in terms of payload that it can carry. So the E.9 is a 9-ton GVW vehicle, and it hits a very sweet spot, which gives you a 4-ton payload, which is 4,000 kgs payload, 4050 to be precise. But the beauty is that we had to design a city truck, right, which is for intra-city as well as intercity kind of applications. Normal duty cycles would be warehousing outside the city, 35 to 40 kilometer range, distribution within the city, and back to the warehouse again and into a charging cycle once again. So the customers wanted vehicles that they could literally ply for at least 16 to 18 hours a day on 2 shifts, utilize their the expenses incurred in terms of the initial vehicle, but it gets recovered amply over a period of 5 to 6 years in terms of much more reduced operating costs as well as maintenance costs.
All right, sir. So next thing, sir, what is the maximum claimed range of this Ultra EV, for example?
So if you, I'm sure you're aware and your audience is aware that electrification and or electric ranges, depending on the duty cycle and the way you drive the vehicle, change quite dramatically.
Load capacity also.
Right, and capacity as well. So this particular vehicle, depending on if you have a warehousing operation outside the city, it comes in and it's point to point and literally makes 2 or 3 stops in the city and goes back, right, to be replenished. I would have a range or a peak range of 150 kilometers.
Okay.
But if it is coming into the city and has maybe 25, 30, 35 stops, it would come down to 120 kilometers. But it gives you enough range to actually to do 1 to 2 duty cycles a day, and then immediately you move into fast charging.
Okay, that's actually good, sir. And last question, sir, regarding current Indian scenario, well, especially in the south, overloading is a bit common. So is this Ultra EV capable to do some bit of overloading, especially for the south market?
So see, overloading, you know, most of these operations that we see, interestingly, have a certain amount of expressway associated. Given the kind of real estate costs that you have in the cities, most of the hubs are maybe 30 to 40 kilometers outside the city itself. Drivers are very, and operators today are very sensitive about, you know, overloading on the expressways, because the moment you cross a toll, right, the fines are way higher as compared to what used to happen in the past. It is not advised to overload these vehicles in terms of electric vehicles, but we believe that most of the clientele that we have got for these vehicles are looking at volumetric space rather than loading capacity. So internationally, for the same tonnage point, you will find that you have 14 to 17 feet deck length. Right? Now 14 feet deck length will give you 18 cubic capacity in terms of volume, right? Whereas 17 feet deck length gives you 24 cubic meters in terms of capacity, right? So this is a 17 feet with 24 cube in terms of capacity, and that is the kind of volumetric space that people are looking at. You're looking at FMCGs, electronics, so a lot of packaging material goes around the goods. So it's not hardcore, high density construction equipment or material kind of load that you're carrying. So normally when we have measured and when we have tried to analyze, very few duty cycles we found for very few of our clients that are actually crossing the rated payload of these trucks.
Okay, sir. All right. Then probably this is going to take the market by storm, especially in this category at least, because this is uniquely one of its kind. Well, thanks again, sir. Thanks again for this evening.
My
It's been
pleasure.
a great time.
My pleasure.
And great chat with you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for
this
that. Thank you.
opportunity. So yes, folks, right now we are here with Mr. Vishal. He is the manufacturing head from Tata Motors. Very good morning, sir. It's been fantastic fantastic to be here, sir, at your stall, because you have a lot of commercial vehicles, big vehicles, and also various sort of technologies as well, sir, including hydrogen fuel cell and stuff. So regarding, sir, future probing, sir, what is the actual future you focus using the fuel cell technology, especially hydrogen fuel cell technology, sir?
So here we have displayed 14 products, and all 14 products are actually demonstrating the sustainable technologies. We have, as you can see there, the Prima H2 ICE, then you have the Prima fuel cell vehicles. We have also the EVs, and we are with the Signa, which is the
latest
latest Signa, as well as we have other products on EV, CNG, LNG range. And what we have actually here displayed is the sustainability initiative and drive that we are taking, and how we can be more safer, smarter and greener. That is the theme of Moving India. So these are the products that we have displayed here.
Because it actually looks futuristic, it looks great, while also say considering future as well, greenery, eco-friendliness and everything. Regarding the new Signa, sir, what can we expect in terms of improvements over the current model?
So here what we are seeing is a Signa product. It comes with a new face. It is a Signa G48 ton. It is on the CNG platform, and actually this is a product which is going to give customers a real benefit in terms of driving comfort, fuel mileage, as well as overall total cost of operations.
Okay, great, sir. Yes, folks, it's a fantastic day today at the Tata Pavilion at the 2023 Auto Expo, and now we have over here Mr. Aniruddha Kulkarni from Tata Motors. He's actually the R&D head of the commercial category. Very good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Fantastic to be with you here, and it is truly a packed and yet fantastic pavilion from Tata Motors this year.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir, it's truly impressive. And regarding few specific questions, sir. First of all, regarding the Azura, sir, how do you focus on the Azura? Because it is, as we can see, it is clearly very, very fresh, and also having a lot of some advancements regarding technology and overall features as well, sir. So how do you focus on
So
that?
in this time Auto Expo, what we have launched is the two new platforms. One is on our Signa platform, and second is on our light commercial and intermediate commercial vehicle platform. And these are the next generation platform, which we call it. And we are saying that these are like a fuel agnostic or all fuel kind of a platform. Our journey on the modularity began few years back. Many of our products are a modular architecture platform. You are able to see that changes as we are progressing on various alternate fuels, various energy efficiency measures or journey toward net zero. You are seeing that this new platform, which are all modular, all fuel or fuel agnostic platform, they are coming very, very handy for all of us for the technology development. But when we see these two specifically platforms, it is not only say modularity, but many critical attributes are enhanced. Whether it is the comfort and convenience for the driver, or whether it's the next generation telematics, next generation connected vehicle platform, or when we talk about the comfort and convenience for the drivers, or when we talk about the fuel efficiency enhancement to reduce the total cost of ownership, everything is targeted here.
Okay, sir.
In addition to that, always you will find that there is a focus for safety, and some of our platform which are demonstrated, you have also seen in the month of September or recently also, our focus will be always on a safety also.
Yeah, right, sir. So similarly, sir, the Azura is very impressive. And regarding the larger category as well, future focusing, you have introduced the fuel cell and EVs and say the IC engine combined with hydrogen technology on Prima, which is currently the largest truck in your portfolio, sir. So how do you see the future of these fuel cell technology vehicles, sir?
Okay, since we handle a large product portfolio, and serve nation with a smallest vehicle, which is from a say 0.5 ton payload or 0.6 ton payload going to 55 ton LGW vehicle, or a driver plus 9 which you are demonstrated as a magic vehicle, to a 65-seater bus kind of application. You see there are diverse application, diverse duty cycles, diverse segment in the market and everything, and sub-segment are also there. So if you have to take care of that, one solution may not fit for all. Certain class of vehicle which is a very price sensitive, all type of fuel or all type of technology will coexist for some time before moving it to net zero journey. When we talk about a heavy commercial range, when the journey has begun, it will start with say fuel cell, and there the energy efficiency enhancement becomes a very, very important. From the energy efficiency, moving to a transition fuel, so that you will be having a green fuel into the product portfolio which you have to work on. You have to work on a say LNG, you have to work on a CNG, you have to work on a say biodiesel and everything which is there. From there, you will also move to net zero kind of a fuels, okay, zero emission emitting vehicle. It could be achieved through the battery electric vehicle, and wherever you feel there could be some challenges on availability of infrastructure for the charging, or where you feel that the range requirement may not be met. There we have said that we have a ready solution by the H2 ICE technology which we are developing right now, or we also have a fuel cell electric vehicle on a fuel cell, and that technology which we are adopting also from our or implementing it on our buses which are there on all the sides.
So we hope that soon you will have an all EV portfolio as well.
Absolutely, we are shown like a smallest vehicle which is the Ace or a Magic is already electrified. We are showing our heaviest commercial vehicle range is electrified, or if you see our largest buses, as for the seating capacity is concerned, already electrified or fuel cell everything. So one can imagine that yes, our journey as far as the zero emission vehicles are concerned that is happening. But in addition to that, the energy efficiency measure will focus. The facelift will also will happen, and the Azura is another platform. As we were started our discussion, it's a premium tough design language with which we will see the synergy as far as our cabin architectures are concerned. And the one part of the light and intermediate commercial vehicle, that is also electrified.
That's truly impressive, sir. Regarding reducing the carbon footprint, Tata Motors is seriously focusing even on their largest of largest commercial vehicles as well. That is truly impressive, and you are also future ready with the hydrogen technology. And
Absolutely.
yeah, so truly impressive, sir. So thanks, sir.
Thank you very much.
Truly great interacting with you, and it has been a truly great experience at the Tata Pavilion this year.
Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Starting with the introduction of the Tata Ace EV along with the Magic EV for non-polluting urban transport, then further enhancing the non-polluting nature of the public EV buses by introducing the hydrogen fuel cell technology, and also with the introduction of such advanced powertrain technology including the hydrogen powered engine and fuel cell, along with an all EV version of the Prima, Tata Motors seems to seriously focus towards future mobility with increasing efficiency and reducing the carbon footprint in all sectors and categories of transport. So let's stay tuned and await the future, which begins now.